predictions.
By the way, we finally made it. Let's start with some big picture predictions. We're getting into quarterback predictions, running back predictions, all that good stuff. But Matthew, give me a big picture prediction for the 2024 NFL season.
Last year, the San Francisco 49ers, one of the older teams in the NFL, got incredibly lucky with their health. I don't think that happens again this year. So in the NFC Championship game, it is Lions and Packers. No Cowboys, no Eagles, no Niners. I think it is the Lions and the Packers, two ascending teams, as you see their odds to get to the to be the champions of the NFC, presented by our friends at DraftKings. So you got the Lions at plus 550, but Packers down there at plus 750. Exactly. So anyway, everyone expects the Niners. They're heavy favorites, and I'm saying they don't do it. I think it's Lions-Packers.
Yeah. NFC low-key a little weak this year, certainly compared to the AFC. The AFC, you're going to get teams like Cleveland and the Chargers potentially missing those teams are dogs to make the playoffs.
By the way, I get that it's plus 1,500, but are you surprised that the Bears have the 8th best odds?
I'm a bit out on the Bears. I think the Bears, the hype train's gotten a little bit.
It went too far.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
8th best odds to win the NFC Championship?
They supposed to make the playoffs, though, ain't they?
No,
they went 7-10 last year.
Their defense was a little you always get worried. Their defense was hugely dependent on turnovers in the second half of last season. That tends to regress. We'll see. Like Caleb Williams, there are a lot of expectations on Caleb Williams. I don't think he's going to be an MVP candidate week.
That's why I don't like him for Offensive Rookie of the Year either, because they won 7 games last year. They're in a division with 3 very good defenses. Like the Vikings, we'll figure out what Darnold is, but their defense is really good.
3 great coaches.
Yes. 3 great, right? And so, right. Division. And then the Packers defense and the Lions, they're in a really tough division. And so, again, what does Caleb Williams have to do? They were a 7-win team last year. What do they have to? What does he have to do to
It's a very
does he have to get
strong
to 10? Does he have to get to 10 to 11 wins?
If they make the playoffs,
it's playoffs.
At least 9, just to have the winning record, because that's what you draft the quarterback for, to get over that little hump, to get those couple of wins.
Yep, no, I'm with you. I think the Vikings will finish ahead of the Bears in the division.
I like that call.
My prediction.
How about
I think Sam Darnold is. But again, we're getting to bold predictions. This is not one of mine. Sam Darnold's not going to be terrible. That's my prediction. Sam Darnold will be.
Is that bold? I think it's mild.
I think it's
the best
fair.
situation he's ever been in.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold will be league average.
Yeah, he'll be Baker Mayfield from last season.
Yeah,
I can get behind that.
What's your big picture?
My big picture is going to just be a little bit bigger than what Baker Mayfield did last year. Quite frankly, folks, I'm going with Anthony Richardson, MVP 35-1 coming into his second season. There was 2 other quarterbacks, right? 2 other quarterbacks coming into their second season with 40-1 odds right before week 1. That's one Patrick Mahomes. And he only started 1 game his rookie year. That's one Lamar Jackson, who came in midway through his rookie year. So I'm banking on Anthony Richardson coming back, getting healthy. This guy's tied for the 15th best odds right now for MVP. And like I just said, it's been shown that you could be a long shot and win that MVP. You don't see it until it happens, and I expect this to happen with Anthony Richardson. I hope he stays healthy. If he's healthy, he's in there. I got Jordan Love and Lamar Jackson finishing behind him for that MVP.
That's shocking to me that Lamar, who's won this award, it's shocking to me that Lamar is that far down. It's shocking to me that Stroud's ahead of Allen. I'm very surprised by some of these odds.
The issue with Lamar is that I think he's going to be held to an extremely high standard after he won last year. Yeah. Are we going to give him a 3rd MVP before he's made a Super Bowl? Now, I don't care about that stuff. He's the best player this season. He should win MVP. But the thing about Lamar, too, is that he's never going to have the sheer passing numbers. So his case is always you can kind of choose what you want to see with Lamar Jackson's case. And I think that people might skew towards another quarterback. But I'm with you. If I was to take a long shot on the board, I would take Anthony Richardson as well, just because this guy is moldable clay. We don't know what he is. And to your point about, Mahomes, massive long shot when he won the first time, Lamar as well the first time. Cam Newton, the year that he won, people forget, he was a huge long shot. Matt Ryan, the year he won.
Last year, even longer. Matt Ryan was even
Last
year,
Brock Purdy was 60-1, and he was minus 250 going into Christmas Day before he completely melted down on national television, much to my chagrin. But if they win the division, and the other thing is that I think that MVP, in addition to your point about seeing what you want to see, there's obviously a statistical element to it, but there's also there's a story element to right, and so. I don't know that I would want to bet C.J. Stroud at the second, but like you understand that argument because like he's this ascending player, he's very exciting, his second year in the league. And then you also think about somebody like Anthony Richardson. Like if Anthony Richardson, who's only had, 4 games that he's even played in the NFL, leads the Colts to the division title, which is doable.
Yeah. But they're not supposed to win the
right,
division.
Exactly.
They're not supposed
Right, but I'm
to.
just saying if they win the division and Anthony Richardson looks like, this crazy combination of Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, and some,
a little bit of Josh Allen,
a little bit of Josh Allen,
Right.
some
'cause
good
the
passing,
goal line
right?
rushing
Right,
touchdowns.
exactly. Then you sort of you sort of see what you want to see there with Rich.
Yep.
What do you got for us, Jay?
All right. Well, screw you, Connor. I'm taking the Jets to win the Super Bowl. That's right. They're plus
one person at this desk.
plus 1,900 to win the Super Bowl. The only reason they are that long is because people think this franchise is cursed.
No, they're not
this
wrong.
team has a better roster than the Buffalo Bills. They are, I think, a better team than teams who have shorter odds than them, like the Cowboys. I think you just need one thing. I just think you need Aaron Rodgers to be closer to the guy that he was in 2021, maybe a little bit better than the guy he was in 2022. You need the O-line to stay healthy. This defense could be the best in football if Rodgers is close to what he was. And I mean, the thing with age, the thing that you get most concerned about is, I guess, arm strength. His arm looks fine. It
good
looks
as ever.
magnificent.
Right.
And I just think that the lift that whole team on offense is going to get, I think this could be an absolute juggernaut. And I think people are just waiting for something to go wrong. I don't believe in curses. The Red Sox won the World Series in 2004.
Bring out the
the
Red
Cubs
Sox.
won the World Series. Curses are made to be broken. And I think the Jets, they have as much talent almost as any team in the league. And this could be their year.
Well, it is nice to see somebody on this table finally say something good about the Jets. Yeah. We've been, it's been a very negative Jets table, but,
I mean, we said a lot about good things about Breece Hall.
Yeah, that's true.
And Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
The O-line could be legitimately good. And that's
The
the other
talent
thing.
is all there.
Yeah.
They need to stay healthy.
I'm with you on that, man. Look, this team has been winning 7 games the past 2 years, and we've seen what they've had at quarterback. And if you don't know, that's a very important position. So, and they've still been able to have top 5 defenses. Yep. So, like you said, it could be the top defense now that you have an offense that could provide resistance for the opposition.
Yep. And I like betting on them. I don't want to back plus 160 to win the division. This is a high variance team. Rodgers stays healthy. If Aaron Rodgers is the 9th best quarterback in the NFL, which I think is totally reasonable and viable, Tyron Smith stays healthy. This team could have an elite offense and the best defense in football, and they can win the Super Bowl this year, Connor.
And we got to hear on exactly that mindset from their coach, Robert Saleh, just what the return of Rodgers does for this team.
Is it kind of nice knowing after almost a year that you're going and planning for a game with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback?
Yeah, I mean it's he is one of the best and he's playing really well. I've said it, his arm is still 30 and he still has plenty of mobility to be able to create off schedule, which is the hallmark of his game. And so it's I'm just excited for this entire group. It's every year is a new year. There's always going to be new people. There's always going to be even the same people have renewed mindsets. And, I feel like this entire team, this entire organization has a renewed mindset. And like I said, we're just all looking forward to getting the opportunity to compete on Monday night.
Let's take a look at the Super Bowl odds, courtesy of our friends at DraftKings. As you pointed out, Jay, the Jets pretty far down the board there at 19-1. Obviously, the Chiefs and Niners top this list at plus 500 and plus 600.
Yeah, why are the Bengals 13-1 and the Jets are 19-1? The Bengals don't have any defense, and Joe Burrow gets hurt constantly.
How about the Texans?
Why are the Jets double Baltimore's price? I just think that people are buying into the downside of this team too much and not focusing on what can go right, just because it doesn't typically go right for the Jets.
Yes.
Guys, my bold prediction here, as we
ever.
showed, not often.
Hey, Joe Namath got it done.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers can get it done.
There you go.
Quite
Fair
some
enough.
time ago. My bold prediction here: Danielle Hunter, Defensive Player of the Year. I think he takes home that award. It's 35-1. When you look at the board, it's all the same names, right? Micah Parsons, T.J. Watt. People forget Danielle Hunter is a double-digit sack guy. Now he's in maybe the best system he's ever played in under DeMeco Ryans, playing across from Will Anderson, where you're not going to double him every time. So if I'm looking for a value bet on Defensive Player of the Year, it's Danielle Hunter all the way.
I like that because you look at the guys at the top, Browns are dogs to make the playoffs. Steelers, dogs to make the playoffs. So already, Watt, Garrett facing a little bit of an uphill fight. Bad vibes around the Cowboys. I'm not sure about this Cowboys team and how it's going to go for them. They are a distant second favorite in their own division, so that hurts Parsons a little bit. Let's see it with Max Crosby, Nick Bosa. I think the Niners defense aging could get worse. Aiden Hutchinson is a little bit interesting to me, but yeah, I'm with you. If you want to go further down the board, there's a chance that like the Texans are a 1 seed with a dominant defense.
I was just thinking that Montez Sweat, former Commander, great. Montez Sweat.
There you go,
in
Bears
Chicago.
playoffs right there.
Yeah, there you go. Crazy.
Okay, you have a chance to win $1 million in the NBC sweepstakes on Yahoo Fantasy. Just download the redesigned Yahoo Fantasy app or go to NBCSports.com/fantasymillion for additional details. What are you waiting for?
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotorworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.